barrel because I absolutely love the vibe they went for here. It really just reminds me of Mega Man from Konosuba. Big, just big hat, big floppy cape thing, mental thing, and I don't know. She just looks like the little gremlin that wants to blow everything up. Alright, yo everyone, just finished watching the stream from Sword of Convallaria. Was pretty good. I do have to say, was a little bit cringe at times, but honestly, compared to like other streams I've seen for other games, they were pretty straight to the point. And so overall, I thought that was a pretty nice dev stream. Kept it to like what people came for, which is showcasing the gameplay, characters, and what's there to expect with some dev talk and stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna get into that. So first off, I do want to say that I could clearly see the devs really care about their game, and they are open to feedback because they've addressed quite a bit of what they've been working on, why they apparently delayed the game for global and stuff, and they want to optimize and present it as best as possible for us. Although the localization is still not perfect in their eyes, they will be working on it still. And as a segue into the voice acting, they only have Japanese voice acting, it looks like, which, I mean, they can't assure that the localization isn't as good as they want it to be. And yeah, and their JPVAs are absolutely amazing from what I've heard so far. Check that out a little bit for yourself. But yeah, sorry for the people that enjoy having Ian voice acting. That won't be the case in this game, at least for now. Then what else do they do? Oh, they optimize stuff for controller interface and just user experience in general, so should be pretty smooth. And yeah, if you like running shit on controller, just, I guess, enjoy it. Next up, they have talked about beginner quests to give us the necessary rewards and teach us the game, and soon after release we will be getting real-time PvP and guild team battles, and during which we can borrow teammates' characters for set battles. We'll also have guild construction. They didn't get into what that will be, but looking forward to that as well, because guild stuff, I always like enjoying engaging with those kinds of things. When they're well done, it's pretty damn fun and just makes the multiplayer aspect of the game like feel like it actually matters, and like you're not just like, you don't just have a friend list just to have a friend list. So love to see it. They also mentioned the fact that they will be constantly updating story with new chapters and such. The story will be a mix between running a mercenary group, but also will have to manage a trading post, which I'm looking forward to what exactly that means. But from what I've seen from footage, it looks like we will be managing our little town type of thing, where we have to dispatch people to play to missions and on missions, and make sure that we're keeping track of stamina and whatnot. But yeah, look forward to that. Spiral of Destinies, which is the single player story mode stuff, they said would be like almost entirely free, an almost entirely free to play single player experience. I'm guessing that they say almost entirely because you probably still can pay some money, but I'm guessing you can just straight up play this entirely free to play and be completely fine, which is great that they want to keep this kind of thing for people that really don't care about gacha and just want to experience the story stuff. Because the way they did this is they separated that Spiral Destinies mode with the rest of the modes, where gacha will be more involved and you'll be playing stuff online and whatnot. I like that they did this so that they can appeal to a broader audience that includes people that like those single-player games like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, that this game clearly took inspiration from. Next up is the fact that they will try and get us not entirely caught up with CN. However, we will have only half a year gap between us and CN, which means that they'll be speeding things up for us. So we'll be on a tighter schedule. With, obviously, because they'll be speeding things up, we'll have a lot more content to go through right from the get-go, and because of that, they'll adjust difficulty accordingly so that we don't get absolutely mucked up by everything, so that also we don't end up having to grind like psychos through everything, because that would not look too great for them, especially since gacha games usually tend to attract quite a bit casual players, and with the amount of gacha games that we already have, and the amount of like amazing games out there as well, and like I mean, I don't know, like when you have a busy life, you don't really necessarily want to have that chill game that you wanted to try out, like end up taking up most of your time. We'll see how that ends up panning out. Hopefully they manage to actually find the right balance for these things. After that, they deep dive into why they chose pixel art and how to design stuff like the fixed camera and whatnot to make it as good as possible for us. If you care about that, you can check out their VOD that went up earlier. It was pretty clear that they're passionate about this and cared a lot about making it the best experience possible for us, but yeah, like I said, won't go more into it. After that, we have roll counters. So the way this works is that you have defenders are good versus seekers, but weak versus breakers, but breakers are weak to seekers. So you have this kind of triangular weakness thing, and then you have the two other roles that end up countering each other. Pretty classic stuff, but stuff that I think it's worth mentioning to know before the game, because that way you don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff. Moving on to events. So events, there's pretty classic stuff in there. The first one, called Dawn, is just like the more you play through story and the more endings you complete, the more rewards you'll be getting. They talk about Voyage Memento. That's the classic long-term milestone stuff, which is just like basically play the game, you'll get stuff as you go through it. So just, again, this classic but good stuff. Then Sail on Voyager login event, so again, pretty classic stuff, rewards every day. And then on the 7th day, we end up getting Fake Call, which is a legendary unit, so which means SSR normally, so pretty good stuff. Okay, also a great thing worth mentioning is that we will be getting quite a bit of rewards. I'll probably like put up the total amount somewhere on the screen, so look forward to getting that in your mail when the game launches. Pretty cool stuff. The rates for the SSRs is 2%, which is quite a bit higher than most gachas. However, the 50-50 will happen at 100 pulls, and the hard pity, which guarantees you to get the SSR that you're looking for, is 180. So a little bit different than what we've been seeing for most gacha games, but depending on how many pulls we get, could be quite decent. Talking about drip marketing, they revealed a skin for Barrel that we just saw. It looks pretty damn great. I think it looks cute as good, really good stuff. Cole also apparently is getting a skin. We didn't get to see that yet, but looking forward to that as well. And I have to say that that's pretty promising for the game financially. Although I'm saying that, but they didn't mention like it being free or being paid. They only said like that we had an event surrounding this skin, and we'll see, I guess, when we get the game in our hands, what that means. Yeah, but either way, I always appreciate cosmetics in those games, especially when it's done tastefully, and yeah, looking forward to that, especially if we can have some like different animations during combat and stuff to just change things up a little bit, because they have beautiful animations already. So after that, we're looking at a Garnedalia collab, and that'll be a theme song that's premiering on launch day. I personally am pretty damn excited for this because I really enjoy her work. I'm sure there's fellow weebs that will also understand that, but yeah, I really hope that we get more of that kind of stuff in the future, because that's always sick to get big artists and stuff like that to collab with those games. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what kind of other collabs that we might be getting in the future. Be cool if like there's some IPs that would mesh well with this game that end up having characters in there and whatnot. Maybe some Final Fantasy characters, who knows? One can dream, I guess. And to finish it off, you should probably check out their socials if you care about giveaways, and there's not just that on their Twitter. You also have posts about the game, the characters that we'll be releasing in the future and whatnot, so you can see kind of what you're expecting from the game. There's their Discord server as well that you should look into, because again, same thing, you're gonna be able to keep posted on things, whatnot. It's also relevant for the giveaway stuff, so look into that, and don't forget to also leave a comment on their stream VOD for one of their giveaways. And yeah, wanted to share some thoughts on the characters and their designs real quick, because I think that we've got on our hands some quite nice designs. To start off, I wanted to talk about Barrel, because I absolutely love the vibe they went for here. It really just reminds me of Mega Man from Konosuba. Just big hat, big floppy cape thing, mental thing, and I don't know, she just looks like the little gremlin that wants to blow everything up. I've seen some animations they showed on the live stream where she's like digging through a bag of stuff and then she just blows stuff up or like pops a boulder on someone's head. I don't know, absolutely hilarious. I'm looking forward to what she's gonna be like in the story and whatnot. For Raiwaya, I think it's her name, whatever. Her, the mercenary with the big ass sword. I hella vibe with that. I hope she's good so I can just see her like swinging that around and just smashing people to pieces. I'm also thinking that she's probably an alcoholic, but yeah, whatever. That doesn't matter. I just want her to just swing a sword. Also, bonus points because I love white hair. I'm always gonna be biased towards those kind of characters because, you know, big Nier fan, so there's that. For the other two, I think it's Mytha and Fakal is what they're called. I'm not too huge on their designs. They're pretty basic, but I don't know. She looks cute, and I do like her sword on her side. But like again, it's a kind of one of my biases as well. I kind of just love swords, whatever. Nothing crazy to be fair. And same for the dude, Fakal. I mean, he looks fine, but yeah, nothing too crazy going on. Again, I like the overall color scheme of Sword of Convallaria. Moving on to Kingdom of Area. These guys just like exude elegance and nobility. I vibe with that. I think the guy in the middle, don't know his name, looks cool. His blade looks fucking sick. Love the overall color scheme that they have for these guys, and yeah, this guy just looks sick. Her on the left, I don't know what's going on with her with this like sort of like inky stuff like flowing around her blade and stuff, but I want to know more about that, and I hope we have more of that kind of stuff because that looks absolutely amazing. And again, more blades, more better for me. So yeah, I'm not that crazy on her design. Maybe it'll grow on me or something. I do like the little rapier here and the little ornaments in her dress kind of thing, but yeah, I'm not that big on her design. It looks cute, but yeah. Now the Vilder tribes, not sure if that's how you pronounce that, whatever. I do like their vibes. I like her on the right. Like, I love how floaty everything is, like how everything seems like it's probably gonna be super annoying in the wind and whatnot, but I don't know. It looks cool. Can't really see her weapon. We can see like the handle, but can't really see what that is. Probably like a short sword or something, or dagger. In the middle, the huntress type of character, and it also looks like they only have one pair of ears, which doesn't make them look too weird because that's something that I tend to dislike about with those kind of characters. To me, like they didn't do that. I'm cool. I'm pretty happy with that, and I really like how cool middle girl, whatever her name is supposed to be, looks. She looks pretty sick. And the guy on the left, I'm not too big on the kind of green that he has, unfortunately, but overall I think they went for something that looks good. The spear on his back with the little feathers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I like the little they really like that tribe vibe they tried to go for. The tribe vibe they went for, I really vibe with. It's not really my thing, but I think they nailed it, and it will add that side to their cast of characters, so that's cool. These guys, the more classic, like kind of like religious knight type thing, the order or whatever, like in this case it's a union of the United States, but like I've seen this hashed and rehashed, so I'm not that big on them, but I do think regardless they look good. Once again, like Gloria, who's gonna be our first limited banner, I really like what they did with her, even though like again it's pretty classic, but again love her sword. It looks absolutely sick, and the spear slash javelin, whatever, with the flag extended from it, that looks like a flag, but also like a flame thing. I think that looks sick. Enhances their design quite a bit. The guy on the right, again, I'm not that big on the two guys, but I do like, again, like the sword. Take a shot every time I say sword, actually. Like, I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm gonna move on before I talk more about that. But cool stuff, nonetheless. I think these guys are still important to have in those kind of games. Makes sense for those medieval fantasy settings. Anyways, Pebble States of Rudania. Well, these guys are like full-on religious stuff, but I really like when we have those floaty outfits, to be honest. I think that always looks cool. Always makes people look drippy as fuck. I don't know what it is about it. It just like exudes style and aura, you know? For that girl on the left, I think she's pretty, but I'm not that big on those kind of designs where I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I think it's just that I guess she doesn't really stand out. She's kind of just like classic priestess, but again, I do like the color scheme that they chose for all those factions go well together, so that's like nothing looks bad, but yeah, she just doesn't stand out. Her in the middle, however, she has so much fucking aura, and whatever that floating thing, I think it's just floating. What am I saying? I'm cooked. Well, whatever that staff is supposed to be, because like that doesn't, is that I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Anyways, but that looks sick. Whatever that is, that looks sick. And those floating aegis type thing. That, like, again, I'm not sure what that is, but that looks sick. Like she looks like probably don't want to mess with her, you know? She really looks like you don't want to you don't want to come too close to her. You're gonna get fucked up. Yeah, really like what they did with her. Looks super elegant. And this guy on the right, yes, this guy on the right, I like. Again, I'm gonna be biased here because I absolutely love the blues that they decided to use here. Just yeah, he just looks cool in a low key way, if that makes sense. Like he doesn't look super flashy, but I think he just looks neat. But yeah, overall, what I really like that they did with their design is that everyone looks the part, like they look part of their faction without like taking away too much from their individual designs. Like obviously, there's gonna be a few ones that stand out compared to the rest, and that's kind of like just preference stuff. But apart from like these guys, where like unfortunately like it's just like those kind of factions in like all settings that I've seen feeling a little like very samey and kind of bland, but they still manage to make them look good. But yeah, overall, something that I really like with this game is the fact that they don't hesitate to make characters like look different while still remaining part of a faction. It's pretty cool. Looking forward to whatever other designs we'll get. I saw a bit more on their Twitter and stuff, but I'm just kind of waiting to meet them in game or like see them drop in the game, because we're gonna get quite a few banners pretty quickly due to them speeding up stuff, and excited to play the game. That will be it, and yeah, bye bye.